Well, hello. We'll start with some kind of we'll start with an off topic here, because I only went for another challenge in Portugal, not Brazil, as I was supposed to, and I only understood it halfway through the first round. And here you can see a sped up version of it. So at first I was glad that I got urban location in Brazil, and I couldn't at first understand that this is not Brazil. And final realization came to me when I tried to pinpoint my location, because the map was centered around Portugal and not Brazil. So I went to check the initial map and map link to my challenge, and actually was about to complain in Discord that not complain actually thanking guys that they went for Portugal instead of Brazil somehow. Anyway, so we go for Brazil here. My preparations my preparations were learning the phone code numbers for this country, because I don't know how to prepare for the Brazil, especially since it's pretty different from its regions in its regions. But in hindsight, probably I should have learned how where provinces are, and the general look of them, because most of these rounds will be rural. Some of them will be urban with probably, as I recall, one round with phone code that I used incorrectly because I couldn't remember it clearly, and so on. As for the road numbers, they were really useful, although in the first encounter with them I forgot that if it's not BR, then it's a regional road, not a state road, sorry, not a country road, a state road. Yes, and wasted like a minute searching for a correct one. So I'll leave you with Brazil, and we'll meet again in urban no moving rounds that were much more eye pleasing, I guess. So yeah, enjoy the music. Okay, so let's move on to urban only map, and we start somewhere in South America by the looks of it, and only one clue I could find here is I'm about to get to it. Yeah, is this sign where I could read router, and I thought it's number 2, but apparently it's not. And I was searching in Uruguay for this road number, and sometimes for some time in Argentina. But the main mistake here, it's not number 2, it's a 2-digit number, and I wasted a lot of my time searching for 1 digit and couldn't actually see any domain names or anything that I could use to proceed with my thought process. Also, under the router number, there's blurry and partially closed town name or city name. If I knew the city, probably I would understand that this is that, but I didn't knew it, never heard of it, so here you go. It is what it is. Corrientes in Argentina. Okay, second round, social hub, some zone, maybe it's parking sign, and here we can see domain name Australia, so much easier. On this sign, hometown in Queensland or something like that. Sounds familiar, but I guess there are a lot of cities with a Queen in it, so thankfully I wasn't about to search for it. And that window has a Brisbane as the first word on it, Brisbane Youth Center or something like that. Okay, Brisbane is in Australia, and this city looks like a pretty big urban metropolis, I guess. So I wasn't doubting my choice here. And the rest of the time I'll spend searching for another clues like city name or street names, and maybe some region in the city that I could find. But probably the best tactic here would be to go right in the center of Brisbane. But I decided to risk it and went for another region, and yeah. Okay, yes, as I've said earlier, central region of Brisbane was a good idea to guess, but I haven't used it. And we'll move on to the next round. That's an interesting one. Here you don't have much clues about where you are, other than low buildings with 3 floors or 2 or 3 floors. This flag that looks like a Catalonia flag, and in the car probably had a European sign on European number plate on it, but couldn't see clearly did it or did not. And went for Barcelona, since the colors are Catalonian. Sabadell, never heard of it. Moving on, and clearly it's Japan. Trying to search for a phone number. Some of them I remember, but not all of them, obviously. And still searching for it. City bus stop, probably with a name of it on it. So yeah, road signs. 41 route to airport, and number 6 I was thinking that is some kind of intersection number, but as it turns out it's not. Not really familiar with Japan, and the rest of my time I'll spend searching for route number 41. Yeah. So that was Nagoya, and 6 was another road. Here we are in Jaffna, as I would guess. Manipay Road, Jaffna, and another sign, Manipay Road. Here is Sri-Lanka's writings. Sri-Lankian. I don't know. Yeah, another Jaffna. Yes, I would suggest. Yes, I would guess. So we go for Sri Lanka, and I managed to find Jaffna quickly. And from this point, I'll scan for MoneyPay road, and unfortunately, this road is indeed in Jaffna, but it has a triple word name, and it doesn't start with MoneyPay, and that's how I'll miss it. Also, at some point, I'll try to actually, here that's the road, and I skipped it because it didn't start with MoneyPay. It's Jaffna MoneyPay and Karamala, I guess, some other word. At some point, I'll try to use the angle of the road to find the correct one, and I'm trying to do it right now. Actually, it was a bad idea, seeing how many roads there are in Jaffna, and I don't have that much time to do this kind of search. Place the marker just in case. So MoneyPay as a small town, I guess, or a region in a city. So they have a MoneyPay road, and I placed my marker there, and that's how I went wrong about this guess. Jaffna MoneyPay Karainga, I guess, road, and yeah, almost 23,000 points. Not good, not bad, kinda mediocre, but better than Brazil points.